Galera, seguinte, Winter Championship e os campeão mundial, atualmente o nosso melhor player que vem dominando a nossa região, né, aqui da América do Sul, player brasileiro, contra o Taif, tá bom, gente, que é um player relativo, não é novo, tá, ele é bem velho na comunidade, porém, ele vem pegando top mais recentemente, sabe? Parece que do nada ele voltou, assim, pro Brawlhalla, ele voltou com tudo, tá ligado? Então ele é um player que tá impressionando muita gente, porque o desempenho dele tá muito da hora, tá ligado? E, apesar de que, bom, ele tá jogando contra o campeão mundial, né? A gente não tem muito o que contestar aqui. Mas enfim, não se esqueça que eu criei um canal novo pra postar vídeo de gameplay de outros jogos, tá bom? Inclusive tem de Brawlhalla também, tá? Caso você goste. Postei vídeo sobre hackers de Brawlhalla lá no novo canal, tá bom? Enfim, eu espero que vocês gostem e tá no comentário fixado no meu novo canal e aí no cardzinho, tá? É nóis.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Taif just looking for any opening at this point now.
Zero to death já, mano. Vamos lá.
Nice aggressive option out of disadvantage though, just going for the immediate and light as a get off me option. Holding on to the ground here for just a second, dashing in, dashing out. Taif is looking to assert control for himself and being so patient with when he swings next, but even the way that Yu's moves, ooh, intimidating, isn't it?
Yeah, intimidating is definitely one word, and it is intimidating because he's a very good player, but also there was a lot of time where they were both doing a whole lot of nothing, and Yus can slow it down, right? We're in South America, and we're gone with the South American days of old where they were like, oh, we're just going to hold W, and we're going to be in your face at all times. Obviously, as the region got so much better, you see variations in gameplay, and Yus is someone who can absolutely slow things down. He's one of the best at doing it. He does it against Kaina, who Kaina's pretty much able to overwhelm almost every opponent he goes up against. He's proven that so many times, but he wasn't able to do it to Yus at the World Championship, and it seems like the way Yus is playing right now, I wonder if anybody's going to be able to deal with it, as it seems, based on what we've seen so far, like Yus is going to cruise on in to winners finals.
He's just playing so safe. His control of space right now is immaculate. But now the D-Light side is going to be coming through. Taif still not enough to be able to get that KO. He goes out there for the ground pound. Doesn't fully commit to it though. And now Yus makes it back on. Keeps on finding these N-Lights. Side light neutral as well. D-Light recovery neutral. The juggles do not stop. Yus, is he going to get a 3-stock? Well, that wasn't enough. The GC and Sig. It did not collide with the weapon toss, but the down Taif finally closing out the first stock.
I love that Yus is going for the GC and Sig because that's going to give you the most distance in a direction that you want. If you went with like a side Sig that moves you quote unquote like towards the stage, you really have a lot more distance covered if you gravity cancel the in Sig and move up rather than just like dodging up or dodging towards the stage.
Yus is unhittable at the moment. Many will say, oh, he's playing passive, but that's because Taif physically cannot hit him. Yus's neutral is just that good at the moment. Looking for the neutral, tries to cover the landing with the N-Light. A little bit too early on the timing, though. Just backing in, backing out.
His movement is so troll right now.
He's walking in, he's walking out and seeing what Taif does. He's going to walk in, walk out, waits for that whiff, and then gets that N-Light.
He's not even like dashing or dodging that much. He's just like moving forward and backward and then throwing in some jumps.
He does not feel threatened at all in his movement at the moment. And now just about anything will be able to get this KO. You want a D-Light, you want a recovery. And that
GG, mano. Primeira partida, let's go. Bora lá, segunda partida sem mudança de mapa, mudança de pique. Inclusive, eu acho que esse vai ser um dos nossos novos mapas queridinhos. Ele é um mapa bem interessante, eu acho que ele é um mapa mais estável do que muitos outros. E ele traz uma vibe bem Mammoth Fortress, que é aquele mapa de floresta e tal, sabe? Verde. E ele era um mapa muito usado antigamente, né? Só que ele foi banido dos mapas de campeonato há muito tempo, né? Nossa senhora, esse início de gameplay.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough decision for Yus to make, to specifically pull back and not continue that edge guard. That could have led to a stock, but it also could have led to him losing his stock as well. And if you're going to go 1-for-1 and you're on the side of Yus, like that's just a bad trade for you when you can seemingly play like you did last game, although Taif's doing a much better job this game. Seems less scared, still playing very defensively, but not in a scared way as much as he was previously.
Okay, still though a little bit too late on that end light because Use was already out of there in a different zip code. Not going to be affected by that whatsoever. The GCD light recovery does come out, not enough to KO off the top. The end light once again as a get off me option and putting Typh off stage. Now Use, how do you close this? You need a D light. What does Typh want? Typh also wants that D light. Side light as an approach, end light not enough to KO quite yet.
Yeah, Use is just straight up waiting for Typh to make the first move. Like he'll go for the first move there, but when they're in like raw neutral and on a more even footing, he'll just like straight up wait for Typh to do something. Look, he hasn't attacked yet. There, you see the down air come out from Typh, instant reaction from Use with the neutral air and then the follow-up neutral air after. If Use is in like the advantage state or just positioning where like he has the high ground or Typh is over on the wall or something like that, then we'll see Use make the first move. But most of the time, he's really not making that first move whatsoever. He's waiting for Typh to get impatient.
Use being nice and patient, getting back onto the stage here. Once again, landing back down nice and safe. Side light, D light, neutral, finisher. Okay, using the weapon toss as a means to get back onto the stage, gets the recovery, setting up these juggles again and again, goes all the way up there for the recovery. Typh! Oh no, that's a bit of a miss.
That's unfortunately gonna hit the ground pound and bounce off the stage, which is not going to lead to the stock, even though he's essentially in barbecue sauce, but there's the neutral air off the top. Typh gonna have his choice of weapon. He's gonna throw up the sword, and now he's gonna pick up the hammer. Looks like he wants to stick with this one. He did have some momentum early on in this game with his hammer, but so far he hasn't really been able to find that
keeps
sense.
catching him on the cross-ups. Typh is doing a lot of empty movement, crossing up Use, and he is going for these reverse end lights and these reverse D-lights, and all of them are connecting. Typh landing into Use so unsafely. You can't just cross up. You have to go in the... You have to dash in side light. You have to dash
É impressionante como o Use é paciente, velho. Eita, perigoso. Ui.
He just dipped away, barely in time to get away from that ground pound. I thought he was going to get clipped by it, but he had enough movement.
Goes for the recovery, doesn't actually connect. GCD light into the recovery, does connect for Typh though. Picking up the sword once again, Use. He keeps on going for end light. Well, I feel like a lot of sword players would just typically go for D light. He keeps it safe. He keeps it safe with a nice active button like end light.
So the interesting thing in this is a lot of it is, like I mentioned earlier, it's Use waiting for Typh to make the first move. So in a way, Typh is dictating the pace of this game because it's based off of Typh whiffing a move. If that doesn't happen, then Use won't attack. He's just moving around the stage. But then also, because Use is so good at it, he's actually the one dictating the pace of the game and slowing things down by choosing to only play that way.
But now Use is speeding things up with a weapon toss. He's getting in there and being a little bit more aggressive till he slows it right back down and then dashes in. Such an unpredictable switch in the momentum. Use is the one in the driver's seat right about now. And like Typh has nothing else left in the tank as the GCD light into the side is able to...
Bora lá. Novamente um mapa sem mudança de pique. Acho que realmente é o favorito dos dois esse mapa aqui.
And throwing everything he can at Typh in that moment. He's just like, okay, I'm going to dash side light. I'm going to play Greatsword more like the other players were playing Greatsword today, but not even to the level of that. Like, he was still very careful. He was still very defensive in the way he was playing, even in those moments where he's the one to dash in and side light.
But here's the thing. Use is giving up a lot of stage control, and Typh is putting him into the corner. I have not seen him fully take advantage of that quite yet. You want to jump neutral with hammer, you want to jump sider, you want to dash and dash out. You can assert your space a little bit more. He's coming in there with the side light now. He jumps out there with the down air, neutral, good damage.
I think in those moments where it seems like Typh has stage control, it's like a false stage control, where if like you're on the left half of the stage and like Use is closer to the edge and you think a hit from Typh is gonna like send him over to the wall, we're seeing it a little bit more now. But previously, like, Typh wasn't able to find those hits. So essentially you're just taking center stage and moving it over to the right because Typh isn't able to do anything with that stage control. So it's not real stage control.
He's got to be able to
get
get in those jumps. He has to be able to catch those dash jumps as well. But right now, Use able to find the D into the side, who finds another one, and Typh all out of resources off stage. Well played, and now once again it is Use who has the lead. This is looking like the most doable game so far for Typh. He just has to find a way to close, but when Use is playing this elusive, how do you even get that hit? How do you get that good combo started on him?
It's just like it's pure fear. For Typh, everything is pure fear because every time you throw a move out, which you have to do to win the video game, you're gonna get punished for it. He almost got punished right there after that whiff sider.
Okay, Use picking up the sword once again, and Typh catching the landing. I'm surprised the sider didn't actually send that much further. Okay, looking for the neutral, not able to find it. Down air, GC end light, so much damage. Stomps air, still not enough to KO.
Okay, gets the ground pound as well.
He's keeping
So
himself in
Hughes
it.
was able to fade out of like the other ground pound that we saw, I believe, in game 1 that was going down the right side of the stage, and Hughes was able to touch the wall and then fade away in time. Wasn't able to get away from that one.
Nossa.
Beautiful 3-piece there, just catching him going out. Typh not going to be able to, is what I would say, just able to get his dodge right back in time, touches the side of the stage, goes for the
Nice.
recovery, the ground pound. Can he
Nossa,
finish it?
ele errou o lado do recovery, mano.
Himself safe, and Typh, he couldn't convert it into his own stock. Hughes makes it his.
Cara, era a chance dele, né? Maior chance dele de conseguir virar.
He did not put the recovery in the right place because Hughes was right on the wall. He dodged right before it, if I'm remembering correctly and picturing it in my head. He dodged right before it into the wall, which ends your iframes. He was sitting right there on the corner of the wall, and it was just a bad recovery that came out from Typh.
Sidelight, neutral bridge, goes for the neutral finisher as well, looking phenomenal at the moment. Okay.
Oh.
Really good spacing with the siders.
Oh, I don't know if he meant to land or because that one was pretty telegraphed. So I don't know if he meant to go in or if he meant to use it as a bait and land on the main platform. Exclamation points there for Hughes. It doesn't even matter. He got stuck under the stage and Typh played right on that corner. You're exactly right. This is the closest that Typh has been. We'll see if Hughes can end this right here or if Typh has a fighting chance.
Last stock apiece. Hughes just waiting for Typh to whiff in his face. Typh is beginning to cross up again, so you know what that means. It's going to be N lights and D lights opposite from where Hughes is facing. Typh slowing it down.
He's not attacking. He's not going to give Hughes that moment. He's decided like once and for all right now, I'm going to be the more patient player.
Well, let's see how that ends up working out for them, because eventually you will have to make a move. Getting caught on his approach with that D-Light. Hughes tries to go for it one more time. Typh getting in there, dashing out, whiffing the D-Light, because Hughes, he is still staying so elusive. Typh whiffing in his face. Hughes catching the jump. Is this going to be it?
Let's touch
Nossa.
down into it.
Wow.
That's it. It doesn't matter anyway.
É, não importa, que nem o narrador falou. É, mano, não se esquece aí, ó, de tá vendo os outros campeonatos que eu vou estar postando durante a semana na América do Sul. Se vocês quiserem da América do Norte, podem falar aí nos comentários. E não se esquece do meu novo canal no link do comentário fixado. Um grande beijo! Tchau, tchau.